It's Transformers 96 here. Another review. This time, Transformers Dark of the Moon Crankcase, one of the dreads from the new movie. So anyway, here's his box. A picture which I really don't like. It looks like some animated or just like drawing, like from a game. It doesn't look very good. It's really the only artwork from this first wave that I really don't like at all. Crankcase is set to constant symbol. Sorry about that. There you go. On the back, you can see a crankcase. You can see his Chevy Suburban mode, as it says. I like how they're telling you what kind of car it is and stuff like that. See the little mech tech weapon and little bio. So yes. So as you can see, his hand right here. Yeah, we'll get to that. But anyway, so let's talk about the figure. So very cool. This Dread guy was the first, my most anticipated figure from the first wave. And that is any scale. That is Legends, Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader. I was looking for this one the most, and the most excited for it. And I got it, which was good. It comes with this mech tech weapon. This mech tech weapon will be painted, the blades will be painted silver. The rest of it will be black. I have painted some silver panels, I guess, so it won't look like this. But it's a gun, but when you move this back, it turns into this claw. I'm not a fan of this mech tech weapon. I don't know, just it doesn't look too good for me. I really don't like it. He's got 2 mech tech ports up here on either side, so you can just peg it in one if it will work with you. Oh, great. Pegging it in sometimes disrupts the panels and messes everything up. So that's what happens when you can peg in a weapon. The panels will get messed up and everything will go downhill from now on. Okay. Getting all these panels back in. So annoying. Okay, well, anyway, so you can peg it up here, although be prepared to repanel some things, and the mode still works. You can chop Autobots, I guess, up there. Let's take it out very gently. There we go. So yes, so I'm not a fan of the mech tech weapon for this guy. Yeah, so he's a cool little car. Definitely non-scale. He's definitely pretty small in his car mode, which you can't say I love, but it really doesn't matter for me because it's the car mode. I really won't put him in anyway. He's got these claws that flip out, and you just rotate them. They're on like a really kind of neat swivel hinge thing, so they can do a lot of stuff. But anyway, here are the claws. They can go little chop, Autobots as they're driving by, which is kind of neat. And then to put it back, you just kind of fold it like this, and it folds in. If I can get them, they're soft rubbery plastic, but it's pretty okay. It rolls pretty okay. The suspension is really like low. The wheels are low, like very much from the car, but I don't seem to mind it. I like the little kind of sirens lights, I guess you could say, on the front, which is pretty cool. One thing that's exclusive to mine, that I think is exclusive, is that I'm really kind of upset about, is the Decepticon symbol here. It's great, and it's packaged like this, so very cool. It's kind of packaged like this, so yes. But then on this side, it is just, you got the top half, but then it's like it's just like it smeared, but there's like a perfect circle, perfect like half circle in there. So I think that they just packaged it too early, and one of the bubbles just like got on it or something, and it is just a horrible looking Decepticon symbol. It sucks, if this was a different figure, like if this happened to another figure of mine, I'd probably go and return it and exchange it. But I've done that so many times for a different reason that I'm not going to do it again. So I'm just going to live with it. I'm pretty okay though. But it's a nice car. It rolls pretty well. And other than the, Decepticon symbol, it's painted very well. So anyway, so let's transform this guy. So first, just get the claws up here, just to start to get them out of your way, and then I guess you can just put this in here and watch it all pop out. But anyway, if you don't want to do that, then you can just start popping off the legs. So just go like this. Very simple. The legs come out, they're tabbed together, you can just split them. They split kind of easily though, so I didn't even need to. This thing just sits on the top here. Let's do these legs real fast. First of all, just rotate them like this. Or, yeah, if you can get them to rotate. And these wheels are on like a hinge, just slide them. I'm doing both at the same time, and then kind of just rotate down these feet, rotate the toes out, and then just slide the foot under the wheel. It's kind of neat how it kind of just like slides under there. There you go. It slides under there. So very cool. So push the tire back, and then slide the foot under the wheel. There you go. And there you have his legs. So very nice. And then get the arms out by kind of splitting it. There you go. And there you go. Very simple. Transform these arms a little bit later. Nextly, just open this little thing, if you can. Oh, sorry. Get these arms out of the way just a bit, and then it'll allow you to open it. That's so you can take his head and dreads out. I really don't like storing the dreads in there. It feels like it's squishing them. I know it's probably not. They are soft rubbery plastic, but I really just don't like them in there. It just kind of frustrates me. And then you could just just move this back. It's on a tight hinge, so you really have to pull. Don't worry about breaking it, because it won't break. Although it's a bit tough to work. So yes, and then take this, kind of rotate the body like this so that you can like take out that crotch piece. Sorry, let me just show you again. See right there, see how it's like this? Just kind of rotate it so then it's out, and there's a little peg there, and just peg it in. Or yeah, I'm gonna do that a little bit later once I get the arms pegged in. So so move this chest piece out again. Kind of start to get the dreads out of your way. There's a peg there and a peg here, and then there's 2 holes in the side of his body. It's kind of hard to see, but you just can kind of move the arms up a bit. Move it up a bit. Hold on, I'm just looking there. And just tab it in. There you go. Oh, I've got it tabbed in on one side but not the other. You have to tab them in both on the same at the same time, so it can be a little tricky, but there you go. You just tab it in just like this. And then tab the crotch piece in with the body. And this has already fallen down. Just put it back up. And then rotate the arms down. What you do with the arms is, these have probably already split on you, so if they're not, just split them. You just rotate the tire like this, fold out the hands. Same thing on this side. If it's already not broken, then get it off, take it the tire down, and rotate out the hands, and there you have a very nice, well-functioning dread in front of you, crankcase. So very nice. So he's very cool. I was so excited to get this figure, and getting him's nice. A little bit disappointed when it comes to the fingers. I did not know that there was a problem, and they cut the fingers off, the middle finger, the long middle finger, you know, but they cut the middle finger off. They did it in a well job. If they were gonna cut the middle finger off, they did it well. They really did. So it's really, if you did not know how he's supposed to look, you probably wouldn't have noticed. And I didn't notice for a while. It was just like after I fully transformed him, I noticed the hands, or when I had to flip out the hands is when I finally touched them, I realized. But it's a shame. And then when that first happened to me, I thought, oh, they cut mine down, and I guess it was just mine. So before I went to return him and get another one, I noticed an article that was talking about the cut fingers. So yeah, but I did go back to the Walmart which I got him. They had 2 other crankcases, so I bought those up to the front. I went to return this guy, and they let me open the other 2 crankcases to try to find one of the fingers. All the fingers were cut, so I finally just said, okay, can I just have my money back? So I got my money back. I left, and at that time I was kind of frustrated because I went to one Toys R Us, got a bunch of Dark of the Moon figures, but they didn't have Crankcase, my favorite character. So I was like, okay. Went to another place, they didn't have him. Went to Walmart, found him, returned him, tried to find a different one, they didn't have him. Went back out, tried to get him again at Target, they didn't have him. By that time, I was really just, whatever I can get, I can get. So the next place I went was another Toys R Us. They had one. Picked it up. No matter what he was going to be like, I wasn't going to return him. Fingers were cut. what are you gonna do? I just left. So yeah, so I settled. Yeah. The only thing is I will be looking on eBay for anybody that has them with the regular fingers, and if I can find him with a decent price with the regular fingers, I will purchase him again. But it was really frustrating. I really want a complete crankcase, because he's my favorite character. You know, if this happened to Bumblebee or Skids or somebody else that I really am not a big fan of, I wouldn't have mind. But this is my favorite character. I want a perfect one. So yes. So it's a shame, but it's okay. He still looks good, even though, you know, it's not like intrusive. It's not like the fingers like totally just cut off and you can tell. You really can't tell, which is a good thing. They did it well. So yes. So anyway, he's got these claws in the back. Before I picked him up, when I was just looking at pictures, I so thought that I was just gonna leave them down like this. But I do like the claws. I don't like them sticking up just like this. I like them kind of down more to his shoulders. I think that looks pretty decent. I like him like that. So yes. His feet are like curved on the bottom. They're kind of like rounded off. So he has a bit of trouble standing, which is a bit of a shame. This panel on the back is not tabbed in anywhere and is very loose, so it just goes wherever it wants while you're fidgeting with the toy, but when it's just standing there, it won't fall down. His thigh joints, these ball joints, are extremely loose. FX Franz said this, and he fixed it with some like nail polish. I don't really like doing that to toys. I don't like trying to fix them because I don't think I'm good at it. I don't want to screw him up, so I'm just gonna leave him like this. As you can see, he can get his legs spread and in decent pose where he can stand, but when you like go to fidget with him or pose him or anything, it is very loose. Other than those things, he's a great figure. I like the paint. He's got some gray paint everywhere, but I think it looks good with this dark black. His eyes, he's got 4 eyes, which looks really cool. He's got these wonderful head sculpt with this kind of things, and his mouth and everything looks great. I love the dreads. They're gold. He's got 3 on each side. 2 of them are molded together on each side, and then 1 is separated, and it is great. It's really good looking. I like his body sculpt. I think it's neat. I think it's kind of narrow. It's got some cool design in there and some cool color. Excuse me. I like the toes. I thought that I wouldn't like those from the picture, but getting them, I really do like the toes. They're not bad at all. I like the claws on the back. I thought I would not display him with them, and I am, like I said. So all in all, this is a great figure. I really like him. He's got a few issues. I'm disappointed in the cutting of the fingers, but what are you gonna do? He is still a good figure. He obviously his mech-tech weapon. He's got 2 mech-tech ports on his arms. So yeah, so you can just have him hold his gun, and he can still do the whole I'm gonna scratch a thing. But yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the mech-tech weapon, so I do not display him like this. I wish his head tabbed in too. It's just loose. It's not tabbed in. It's just kind of laying there. So yes. But anyway, it's a good figure. It's a good transformation. I kind of don't like the way where his dreads are, how they're just kind of like tucked there. Kind of scares me that they'll be bent or they'll get hurt or something. But they probably won't. It's probably I'm just a little paranoid. I don't know. But they probably won't. You can really pose him in a lot of cool poses. He's a great figure. I can't wait to get the other dreads. At first I thought there was 3 dreads, because in pictures of them filming I saw 3 cars of the dreads there, but in the previews where they have Ironhide and 2 of the dreads smashing into each other, flipping up and transforming in the air, so maybe there's only 2. I don't know. One thing that we know for sure is Crankcase is one of them. Another one that could be another dread is Crowbar, which we do have the Legends class of. He might be another dread. We're not sure. And I love these guys' names, the Dreads. They're so cool. I think the Dreads and the Wreckers should fight, because it's like three Decepticons and 3 Autobot brothers fighting. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, so we've got 2 Wreckers, 1 Dread, and hope we get some more of them. Hope we get the last Wrecker and the 2 last Dreads, unless there's just 1 more Dread. I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work. But all in all, a great little figure. Face sculpt is fantastic. One of the best head sculpts I've seen for Transformers. Really just absolutely breathtaking. Really looks great. And paint's done very well, other than the smearing of my Decepticon symbol. I think that that's just mine, though. I seriously doubt that happened to anybody else, so you don't have to worry about that. But other than that, a great little figure, very cool. Highly recommend it. Decepticon. So if you're a Decepticon fan, this is a must-have. If you're an Autobot fan, I'd suggest picking this guy up, even though he's a Decepticon, because he is a one cool looking figure. Quality not too great, but if you just look at him, he's great. So if you display your figures, you're gonna love him. If you play with him, he's not gonna be too fantastic, but displaying, if you're a collector, highly recommend him. So there you go. So that's my video of Transformers Dark of the Moon Crankcase. One of the 2 or 3 dreads. We're not sure yet. So there you go. That's my video. Thanks for watching.